Hello, my name is Tom Mathias, and this is my presentation entitled Tide, Loads of Hope, the Power of Clean in Times of Crisis. I'm going to be speaking today about the charitable program Tide, Loads of Hope. This program was started directly as a response to Hurricane Katrina and all the damage, devastation, and chaos that ensued after that storm. The people in New Orleans were without power, without water, and a lot of them lost many of the things that they called home and many of the things that they cared about. The people at Tide wanted to make an impact and be able to help in some way. So they mobilized a mobile laundromat to take down to the New Orleans area where they were able to do 100 loads of laundry a day. 100 loads of clothing washed, dried, folded, and returned to folks who hadn't had clean clothing in perhaps a few days or even a week. They decided to do this because it would make an impact, and having clean clothing or having just the ability to have some semblance of normalcy in their life would be a benefit. They also provided this service to those who had come and responded to the other needs in the area. So those who'd come down to work with disaster relief and recovery were also able to use the Tide Loads of Hope service free of charge. So out of this came the formal program Loads of Hope by Tide. This, again, is a mobile laundry service. They take this laundry service to areas in need, areas where there's been a crisis, a disaster, or other chaos has ensued, and they have been in need of services such as this. Again, this is provided free of charge to those who are suffering the losses due to a disaster, natural or man-made. It's also, again, provided to those who are working there in the recovery efforts as well. They've also begun to branch out and to do other things, such as offering new clothing and gently used clothing that has been rehabbed and refurbished at the Tide dry cleaning centers as a means to help those who have lost everything in these types of disasters. Tide Loads of Hope is a typical charitable organization. Most of their money comes directly from donations by generous people. And also they benefit from being a subsidiary of Procter & Gamble, the maker of many products that would also be used to help in these types of situations, and able to provide their own cleaning chemicals and detergents and whatnot needed to do the laundry. There's also special fundraising packaging on some of the Tide products on the store shelves. Some of the products specifically state that a portion of the proceeds will go directly to the Loads of Hope program. Also, Tide has begun selling some t-shirts online, retro-styled Tide t-shirts that, again, portions of the proceeds go directly to the Loads of Hope program. So, we know that they've been to New Orleans for the Katrina aftermath, but where else has Tide Loads of Hope been? Well, currently, they're in Middle America, helping in the Nebraska area, where there's been severe flooding this year. They've also been on the West Coast. Some might recall the wildfires from last year, the Camp Fire and the Holy Fire, where several thousands of people were displaced and homes were destroyed, and folks were without their homes and the ability to do some of the normal, simple things that we take for granted. Tide has been there to help in those areas. Tide has also been on the East Coast, where they've helped after Superstorm Sandy and other different natural disasters in that area as well. They've been in the South, such as Texas and Florida, Louisiana, where they've had hurricanes, and they've also been in areas such as Tuscaloosa and Alabama and Oklahoma, where there have been tornadoes, and also in other areas such as Louisiana and West Virginia, where there have been massive flooding in the past few years. Since 2005, when the Loads of Hope program was started, they have impacted over 48,000 households in America. 48,000 families have been touched by this program, and they've been helped in some way by this simple act of washing, drying, and folding their clothes for them, getting them a little taste of that normalcy in a time of crisis. The Loads of Hope program started off very simply with just one little group that was wanting to go out and make a difference. They've since expanded their program, and they can go to multiple areas at the same time, being able to serve more people. They've also expanded their mobile laundromat units to be able to do up to 300 loads of laundry per day. Again, washing, drying, and folding that for folks who are in need. They've also partnered with a group out of the Cincinnati area, which is close to the Procter & Gamble corporate headquarters, called Matthew 25 Ministries. They have a disaster relief program that is a rapid response unit. They're able to help coordinate and provide logistics, and also to help immobilize these mobile laundromat units. They've also partnered with other interested people in their communities. Some of the cities football players have stepped up and sponsored some of these events and helped to make some of these things happen in inner cities and other places where there have been disasters or crises. And again, they've also been branching out into the clothing drive by requesting new and gently used clothing that they can then give out to folks who have lost everything in their situations. They've also begun coordinating with FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, so that they can decide where and when would be the best time to make use of these services. They also have begun using their parent company, Procter & Gamble, to provide other items that they can distribute while they're doing laundry as well, other cleaning products and health and beauty aids that Procter & Gamble sells as well. So why did they go? Simply responding to the need after Hurricane Katrina. They saw the need and decided that there was something that they could do and wanted to do. So out of that small effort grew this large nationwide cause that could be then carried out and help people who are in need, provide them with that simple pleasure, that simple touchstone with comfort and normalcy by providing them with their own clean clothing. They also have a sense of corporate responsibility, as they are a large company and they have the funding that they can make a widespread impact in many different places and make an impact that just a general individual or smaller groups could not do. So out of that drives them as well to do these good things. They also do it because, of course, it provides a good positive effect on their marketing. Anywhere they go, when they have these big trucks and trailers with Tide emblazoned on them, going and doing good things and doing things for people in need and doing these things for free and not charging anyone, surely is going to generate some goodwill for that company and that brand. I don't think that this is the primary reason, but I would be remiss in not mentioning it, because you can imagine the positive press that they get on social media and the mainstream media as well. So these are all good reasons to do this, and they have continued to do this, again, across the country, from east to the west, from the south to the north. They've even branched into Canada, helping out after the wildfires in British Columbia just a few years ago as well. So Tide and Procter & Gamble have made this a priority, that they want to do this and want to continue to help those who are in need in these trying and tragic situations, providing, again, just that little bit of home comfort, that little bit of normalcy in a time of crisis and chaos. So you might be asking yourself at this point, how can I help? Again, Tide is already providing the products. They're providing the logistics through the Matthew 25 Ministries. They're also already providing you with many areas where you can directly donate, such as buying the products that are marked as promotional items and fundraising items. But also you can go directly to the Greater Cincinnati Foundation. They have a website where you can directly donate to the foundation that supports the Tide Loads of Hope, and that is at gcfdn.org. And also you can donate directly monetarily to the Matthew 25 Ministries at m25m.org. Those are both ways where you can donate at any time, in any amount, and with any level of anonymity if you so desire. That's my presentation on the Tide program, Loads of Hope. Thank you.